Star Fox Guard is a sort of spin-off mini-title to go along with Star Fox Zero, but honestly, I had no interest in it until I saw that it was included with my copy of Zero. After playing it quite a bit for these past few days, I can say with utmost certainty that it is not for me. Let me explain. Guard is very much like Five Nights at Freddy's, with you monitoring a plethora of cameras and making sure no animatronics, robots, get to your middle station. Unlike Five Nights at Freddy's, you can use lasers to destroy them and protect yourself. Now, I don't hate Five Nights at Freddy's despite its cancerous fanbase, but I will never play it for more than a couple hours at a time. The game stresses me out because I have to monitor all these cameras and watch out for numerous threats. The interface in the Five Nights at Freddy's series is clunky to navigate, which makes it artificially challenging to catch the animatronics before they murder you. I cannot play any installment of Five Nights at Freddy's without feeling sick to my stomach because of how stressed out the game makes me feel. I was actually going to review Five Nights at Freddy's 4 at one point, but I couldn't play it for more than an hour for that reason. Unfortunately, Star Fox Guard is no exception. In many ways, it's worse. You take control of 12 different cameras in a claustrophobic maze mine where your objective is to defend the core. For some reason, Slippy's uncle has built his mine on a poorly textured piece of grass away from civilization. Instead of making his base of operations near the mine, he chooses to remotely control from some headquarters, and you, the player, have to use its cameras to take out the robot invaders. It's a plain uninteresting setup, but I guess it's just a mini-game to accompany Star Fox Zero, so I can't harp on the boring writing, phoned-in voice acting, weird voice acting glitch where Slippy sounded like he was in a Skype call from Antarctica, or the illogical decision to make a fortress have multiple openings with a maze instead of closing off the base completely. Too much. What I can criticize is how flawed the gameplay is, and how stressful it is to play. Like I said before, your main allies are some cameras that you can choose from on the gamepad and the lasers that they shoot out. You have to watch all the cameras, and when you see a robot in your peripheral, you have to touch the camera and then shoot it to death. Sounds relatively easy, right? Not when there are an army of robots coming every which way, and you have to precisely touch the gamepad to switch cameras, then aim your laser at a bunch of robots that are faster than the camera's movement speed and try to hit them while making time for other robots. Sure, the gamepad showing where the robots are in the base helps, but it's so hard to switch from camera to camera and then aim to hit the robot. It's stressful because you also have to pay attention to all the outside cameras when shooting so you can optimize your time to kill the other robots. The space is cramped, and moving the cameras inside the base, accidentally hitting the walls and not being able to hit other robots that are too short is frustrating. Playing Star Fox Guard is not enjoyable. It's a complete chore that I had to play in 15-minute increments, otherwise I would get sick to my stomach. Perhaps eliminating the touching feature would have been better, because that way you wouldn't have to focus on everything at once and could just use the controller to beat the game. And this isn't just me, guys. I've had about 10 or so different people try the game, both of whom thought it was a Five Nights at Freddy's clone and gave up because it was too intense for all the wrong reasons. I can see why Five Nights at Freddy's is so stressful and people like it, you know, for the horror element, but Star Fox Guard has no good reason to be this claustrophobic and unnecessarily difficult to play. Maybe it is just me, but I don't want to play any more of this game if I don't have to. I've played about 3 hours and I haven't even touched the unlockable missions because I don't want to and physically cannot force myself to play it. I'm sorry if that upsets you or makes you think I half-ass all my reviews, but it's better for me this way. If you think I'm a pussy and want to try this Five Nights at Freddy's Japanese clone for yourself, do it. However, I would not recommend Star Fox Guard to you at retail price with a price dropper sale or ever. Not even the okay visuals and soundtrack from Star Fox Zero that I like can redeem it. But as always, if you disagree or agree with me, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching and take care. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.